Roads? It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
Survival! Survival here on Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock. I insist that we survive this thing. Somebody's got to be the remaining remnant. Yeah, that's what I guess what remnant means. You know, we're left. Well, you know, there's a lot of things that you can do, and one is just live a principled life, and hopefully you can influence others. And I've been so influenced by the generation next. All you guys, I'm so happy to have met a lot of the young people doing this stuff, and it's just a way that they're centered. You know, this is not like a big giant revelation for them. Well, maybe it was. I mean, you know, there's some point in life you just kind of reject government school and indoctrination, I'm sure. But we'll go to this book. It's at the Ludwig von Mises Institute, and you go Mises.org, and you go into their store, and you'll see it. Or you can just Google I Choose Liberty, and it's compiled by Walter Block. And what he did is Walter Block leaned on 82 of the world's most prominent libertarian thinkers and asked them to tell their life stories with an eye to intellectual development. The result is the most comprehensive collection of libertarian autobiographies ever published. Their stories are thrilling and fascinating. They reveal their main influences, their experiences, their choices, and their ambitions. And he compiled this, and it's not, 82 of them. I'm sure they're not very long. You know, it's just us telling how we got to where we are. Now, of course, since 2002, lots happened since then. But, you know, it's just a continuation of the same thing. It's just our effort to be left alone and do battle with the man. And why? Do we think we're going to win something? You know, they always come at, Mark is in the criminal justice system all the time. Do you think he's going to win something? All of a sudden, some judge is going to slap himself on the forehead and go, wow, I could have chose freedom. I didn't know that. Well, thank you for bringing that up. Hell no. These guys are put there as warriors against freedom. It's support the man, perpetuation of government. And the best way to do that, war. We got to be at war all the time. War, 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 war. Well, it's over if you want it. And it's up here. Well, if they could just eradicate society from people like us, if they thought they'd get away with it, they will. And I always thought, I tell Mark, he and I both are kind of the same mind. Hey, man, if you're going to be on the list, whatever list that is, a lot of people will go, hey, man, I'm not sure I want to give my email and be on Freedom State. I'll just go visit it. Well, you're already on the list anyway. They know where you're looking. But the thing is, I'm going, if you're going to be on the list, it's safer on top of the list. So I try and keep myself as far up on the list as I can because I think it's safer. Now, seriously, if they were to, come out, I didn't do anything to anybody. You think all the words out of my mouth, since '03 and then doing, thousands of radio shows, thousands of hours. And it's just everything out of my mouth. Bring it in. Fine. I submit everything. Jury's got to listen to it all. What are they going to pull out? When have I advocated violence? I advocated, us protecting ourselves against violence. I mean, that's what the whole point of this Second Amendment thing was all about. It was just us protecting ourselves. And what was government? What was the promise? The promise was life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, property. They always promise you what they're going to do for you. Now, that's where war comes in. Hey, man, if you don't have us there to protect you, some big, bad, evil, bad guy is going to come and they're going to take your life, your liberty, your property. They hate us because of our freedom. Well, I'm getting the impression they shouldn't be hating us anymore because how free are we? Really, seriously. So this awareness is a danger, and it's happened really fast. So when you have, Mein Kampf, my struggle, or you have Rahm Emanuel's The Plan, a book, actually. Seriously, he was talking about, before Obama even was inaugurated, he's already talking about, we should have compulsory support of the state. You need to come out and work for the state. Every person between 18 and whatever, needs to come out and do their state service. He's going to be mayor of Chicago. You know, let's assume that. You know, they don't run unless they already know what they're going to get. So let's say Rahm Emanuel is head of Chicago. Are they going to keep getting funding of their government employees' pensions and so on? You watch. Man, the big support for him is going to be all of these government employees, because that's the only way. I mean, he knows he's going to get their support. Without him, they're going to go bankrupt. So who's going to be first in line to get their goodies from the federal government? Who's going to be bailing out Chicago? Oh, you know it. It's going to be the state and the Fed and whatever. Chicago's going to get theirs. In exchange for what? Compulsory service. And he's going to be the model. It's going to be, see, we got higher employment. It's all working in Chicago. It's all good. You know, this is the template that we should be following. That the whole world, the whole country, the whole universe should be following Rahm Emanuel's plan. The plan. Was Obama able to get his plan in? No. Why? I don't know. The system didn't work that way. You know, the Ron Paul Revolution had something to do with that. The Tea Party thing, the whatever, the Republican, whatever. But Chicago, oh, they're going to get their plan. Yeah, boss, it's going to be the plan. And they'll break up in some kind of regional thing and so on. They've already had this. You know, I remember we did a newspaper in the early 90s. It was called Citizens Take an Initiative. And it was all the initiatives that we'd file, and we'd print them all in there, and everybody got to see, and we'd distribute it around the state and so on. And it had an impact. I mean, it was before the internet took off, and if you didn't read Citizens Take an Initiative, you didn't know what the heck was going on. It was kind of a precursor of Freedom's Phoenix. And what we had in there was just all the stuff that people would advocate on their own. During that time, we had state legislators would come to us, and they wanted to be our buddies and get stuff written in there and nice things said about them and so on, because it was influential. Well, that was the first time that I really started sitting down with legislators for an extended period of time and talking to them about what their mindsets were. Man, eye-opener to a young man to see what was really going on. Now, there were other people that I knew that were, you'd think were in the freedom movement, that saw their opportunity to be part of the machine. They were going to benefit. I've been offered so many jobs, I can't keep track of them. You could be blah, 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 blah. It started off in the State Commerce Department. If I would, and then when we were doing our Second Amendment stuff, oh, we got a place for you, and we'll pay for your database of the signatures collected on your initiative if you'll do, and you'll be lobbyists for it, and we kind of, come on in, the water's fine. No. It was just the way I rolled. I just knew that I wanted to associate with good people. I wanted my children to be around good people. These were bad people. Bad by every sense of the word. And I tell you, one of the most easily recognizable ways is that they felt they were superior to other human beings. And that you should feel honored that they wanted you to join their ranks. Wow. Is that an enticement now? A lot of people. I mean, you go to the universities, and we'll speak, and Mark speaks a lot at the Arizona State University, and I go for various different things. And a lot of the people that show up, you can tell who they are, too. They got a tie on. They're Republican. They want to be a consultant, political science major of, and work on campaign, and you see a lot of these guys during the Ron Paul campaign of 2008. They walked around in their starch press shirts and their dark pants and light colored shirts and red ties, and they go around and they start spouting off a bunch of crap that they learned in college and everything and how they're going to do whatever. And they work their way up into, things like Campaign for Liberty or started their own, or they do. I'm like, wow. But Ernie, I got a call last night, right before we went to this party, right after the show, I had a gentleman from California. He's a talk show host there in, I think it's San Diego or something. And he was talking to me about, what we should do to take over the Libertarian Party again, get it back from the bad guys. They were all upset because the state chair of California, he's a Wayne Allen Root supporter, and they're having the California State Convention in Las Vegas. So they're going, see, Ernie, we can go. I'm going, man, you guys don't get it, do you? Then followed by another gentleman that wanted me to be part of it. I'm going, you're still voting? Seriously? You think this is how you're going to get your freedom back? We're so far past this. It is a culture that is going to change this country. If you think you're going to vote yourself free, you have not been paying attention. I've been paying attention. It's all about changing yourself. It's that man-to-mirror thing. Start thinking about it. You know, there's a lot more coming, and we'll start talking about our move here and where we're going and how we're going to become farmers and document it. And hopefully we'll all learn something. And it's just for 1 year, you know, getting all small and everything, and then where do I go? I have no idea, but I'm looking. I want to protect my family and my lovely wife, Donna. Love. Share it. Talk to you tomorrow.